it every day. All right, so now, if I have trying to FINR, now is FINR a word? No. So this tells us that one of the words is not right. So I think it's going to be this R. So what happens, this is how you fix something, is I'm going to go to my 18, and 18 was something, actually, I had these numbers here from this morning that somebody else had missed that particular one. So 18, it must be this one. It says, what is, first of all, the least, what is the least number? The least number is not the one with the less digits, is 8.9. I have got to get them to be where they're all the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. I've got to have them the same place values. So this is 499, 491, and 900. So which is the smallest? 491. So you need to put 8.491 here, and which would be 18D. So I'm going to, oh, that's what it is. They put the smallest as if it were the 8.9. And there's two ways I can tell that that's wrong. One is 84, 84, 89. That is the largest. So again, it's either by putting the extra zeros or by looking at the digits themselves in the beginning. So 8.9 is the largest. So 18 should be D. So I'm going to change that to D. So it should say, and I did this light because I didn't think I was going to use it again. But anyway, trying to find A. Okay, and then there's something wrong here. So I think it's the 24. I think it's the E. So I'm going to go back to problem 24. And let's look at 24. What is the least? Well, I bet that same person put, I'm sure they did. Why are they putting this? Do you see why they're putting this one as the least? Because they're putting it as the least because it's got the least amount of digits. But is that the correct answer? No, because let's look carefully. Even if I don't put any zeros, 92, 92, 92. All right, those are all the same. Let me pick up one more. 928, 928, 922. Which is the smallest? The 922. Even if I don't put the zeros, but I should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, the smallest is still, here's 28,000, 28,220, 22,822. So this is the smallest, 922, because you're going to have a pop quiz coming up. I'm going to tell you Thursday or Friday. Normally on a pop quiz, we don't even tell you the day, but it's going to be Thursday or Friday, and it's going to be on the things that we've been doing. So this one, the 24, should be the letter K. So you need to be self-correcting yourself. So is place a word? No. No. I have a feeling it's probably the 22. So I'm going to go back to 22. And, okay, 20, which is the least number. So I'm going to say this has got 4 digits. This has only got 3, so I'm going to put one more with a 0. There's only got 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to put another one. So they all have 4. So again, the smaller one, I can start at the beginning and go 765, 765, 756. Which is the obvious smallest one? 756. It should be 7.561, and that's the letter P. So that 22 should get the letter P. Again, so when you have something that doesn't spell something, that's telling you that it's not so much the puzzle's wrong, you did the problem wrong, and that's what we need to fix. We need to fix the math part of it. Now, again, make sure that before you turn it in, and I'll pick it up a little bit later, that not only did you put greater than, that you've circled the letter here. This is 135 is less than, it gets 1 dot. and I'm circling the less than and so on. And all of these have to have the exact number. So I'll pick those up later. Don't work on it right now, but flip it over to the back. And we're going to look at, because this is 7th grade, we are going to go ahead and look at, I did it with the 6th grade, which I probably should. No, this is actually coming out of a 6th grade book. So you're advanced, we can do this. You had to do that through 19, but we're going to look at 20 through 25 very quickly. And it says, name a number that is greater than 4.5 and less than 4.6. Well, how can I do that? Name a number that is greater than 4.5 and less than 4.6. Yes, sir.
4.51.
What did you have to do to get that 51? You had to make it hundreds. Excellent. So you have to add, and do it right now, you have to put in a 0 because there's nothing in between 4.5 and 4.6 unless you add another place value. So now I can name any number in between 50 and 60. Tell me any number in between 50 and 60. 52. It could be anything. It could be 51, 52, 53. So we're just going to, well, let's do 55. Let's do the one in the middle. So I'm going to put 4.55. So that's my answer for that one. It says name 2, but we're just going to name 1. So let's look at this one here. How can I name a number between 182 and 183? Is there anything?
No.
So what should we add?
0.
A 0. So now it's between 20 and 30. What's a number between 20 and 30?
51. No.
825.
25. So let's put the full number, 1.825. There we go. Okay, then you can find that next value. Now this one, again, I'm reusing this from another class. So this one has, oh, here's another thing. This is 012, 013. What do I need to add?
0.
A 0. So now I can name any number at the end between 20 and 30. What number?
21.
Let's do 25.
Yeah. 27.
But it could have been 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, or 29. So we'll go 3.0125. But now I can get a number. Then we're going to this one. And if I have a pop quiz or a test, these types of problems that we're going over will be bonus. All right. So now if I do this one, for sure I have to add 3 zeros to this. So I'm going to do this down here. 15.000 and then 15.001. But is there anything in between 0 and 1? Hold on. Is there anything between 0 and 1?
No.
So what do I have to add? Another 0. So now it's going to be between 0 and 10. We'll do the 5 again. So I need for sure 15.0005 because there's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and that's it. So that is our number. Okay. Then this is 19 and this is 0.2. What do I have to put for sure on that 2?
0.
But now, can I get a number between 19 and 20?
No.
So I have to add another what?
0.
Another 0. So now it could be between 190 and 200. So what do you want it to be?
96.
We'll go to 197.
96.
Yeah.
It could have been 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, and 197, up to 199. All right, then this one is 121, 121.5. What do we for sure have to add on this one, the first one?
0.
So let's see. Oh, this one we can do. Something in between 10 and 15. And I think I already picked it out. How about 12? So, but you're right. It could have been the 14. It could have been 12, 14, 12. It couldn't have been 12. It could have been 12, 11, 12, 13, or 14. Okay. So then, can I get Christian to pick up is everybody done? If you're not done, just hold on to your paper.
Yo, that's why we did it as a class.
That's why we did it as a class.
Oh my God.
I'm too tired, okay? I'm way too tired for this, okay?
It's barely done.
Okay.
I know.
All right, girls and boys.
Yeah, so she's staying up with
Girls and boys.
Sit down and
Girls and boys, 7th graders. 7th graders. You need to quiet down. All right, then get the worksheet that I just gave you. And yesterday was that assignment number 4. So this one should be 5. All right, so, and again, the papers, when I give them back to you, hopefully tomorrow, because yesterday I got this in and I stayed up like 3 hours trying to figure it out, and I never did. So our principal is high tech because she helped me set this up here. But anyway, so I'll get you papers back tomorrow, but we're probably not going to get all of this done. Again, let me be mindful of the time that we get out of here is...
That's what Charlie needs right there.
Okay, is 11:15. So let's stay on track. Here we go. So this one is going to be, let me see, 1,000. I think you're only going to go up to 1,000. All right. So, okay. No, I'm saying the 1,000th place. So here we go. You are now going to be rounding, and we're going to be looking at rounding to the nearest whole number, which is the easiest. Now let me see if there's another one in this whole packet that's to the nearest whole number. Okay, girls and boys, let's quiet down, please. Right here. On the second page, this is rounding to the nearest whole number, which, by the way, is the same thing as the nearest dollar. So if I have $11.20 and I have $11.80, which is my nearest whole dollar? Is it the first one or the second one? Everybody? The second one, because this first one is the nearest $10. So if I'm rounding this one to the nearest whole number, okay, it's going to be here, and this one is going to be here also. Now, I don't know if we did any, have we done any rounding in here at all? Okay, this is the first time. So when you're rounding, you box off where the place that you're going to round to. Then, and you might want to put these notes, so I don't have to give you a whole notebook to write these. If this number to the right, okay, if the number to the right, and you can use some shortcut, so this is the number to the right. If it's a 0, like on my lower hand, 0, 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it's a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, the number stays the same, the number where I'm rounding. The number stays the same. Okay. If the number, like this one here is a 2. It's one of my lower numbers, so that means my 11 will stay 11. It's either going to it's going to be the same or one more. This one is going to be 11, so I'm going to make it money. So it's rounded to $11. If the number to the right of where we're rounding is, I always say, like my macho hand, my bigger numbers, if it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. If it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then you round up. You round up 1. So you look at the number to the right. Is that one of my lower numbers, or is that one of my higher numbers? Higher. So that means I can add 1 to this. Instead of 11, it becomes a what? 12. So $11.20 is closer to $11. $11.80 is almost $12. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to these right here. So these are going to be super easy. This one you're going to round to the nearest whole number, and I'm going to do maybe 5, 6, and 7. So the nearest whole number, I want you to take the time and just mark where the nearest whole number is. So here's nearest number is 4, but that whole thing is going to stay, or it's going to increase by 1. Same thing on this one. It's at the 0. That's the nearest whole number. And this one also, the nearest whole number is 160. So when you're looking at this, it's either going to stay 244 or 245. But I look at the one just to the right. Is that one of my lower rounding numbers or one of my high rounding numbers? High. So that makes that closer to what? 244 or 245? 245. You're going to find that number. Make sure that you have the correct answer. Whoops. 245. Oh, I wrote 255. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I had candy here, remind me to go get candy because 2 people would get candy. So it is 245, and that's going to get the letter A. So the number 5, it's problem number 5, know how to do the puzzle, is going to have the letter A. In fact, there are 20, so this is how you check sometimes. There's 28 problems, and I can see that I've got 1 through 28 down here. So I'm going to go according to the problem number. Then this one, it's either going to be 160 or 170. Is that one of my lower rounding numbers or higher?
Higher.
Higher. Starts at the 5. Because this hand, the lower is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if it's 5 or greater, is it going to be 160 or 161? 161. Yes, sure. Yes, sir, Sean.
I have a question. So, do you want us to box the whole number in?
Yes. Because you're going to have it to different place numbers. It's not so bad on the whole numbers, but when we have decimal numbers, folks, it takes a millisecond to show me that you are doing the work and that you're not just copying these from somebody else. I need to see your integrity. I need to see your work, both of them. So this is 161. I will tell you, I worked at Covenant for many, many, many years and in Aldine for many, many years. And that school, it cost a lot more money to go here. And no, I'm not talking about Aldine, Covenant in Kingwood over in Hamblin. And those kids had some money, their parents had some money, and some of those kids, unfortunately, would cheat. So I want to, all the money in the world can't bring you integrity, but you can. You can bring integrity to you and your work. So now let's look at this one. 160 or 161? We look at our rounding number, which is just outside. That's why I boxed it up. You can see that 2 is just outside our whole number. Is this going to be 160 or 161?
160.
160. So let's find our 161. It was the E. That went to number 6. So number 6 is the letter E. The 160, okay, I must have gotten it right. It's right here. So that goes with number 7, which is the letter H. And that is right here. And so, did I do that right? Oh, okay, and it goes on. The rest of these down here are whole numbers. And here are your answers. Alrighty? So this whole column is whole numbers. Are those pretty easy?
Yes.
Okay. Then this whole column, you're rounding it to the nearest what? 10. So we'll take maybe the last 3, 19, 20, 21. But again, 10th is all the way down. Okay. These are your answers, so don't be right. It's just these are your problems. So 10th is the 10th. Look at your 20. Is the 10th the 0 or the 9?
0.
Very good. 10 has 1 0. It is one place over. So doing this, it just helps me be a little faster. Okay. So it's either going to stay, and how I say it, I don't say 9.0. I say it's either going to be 90 or 91. You look at your rounding number, which is just to the outside of your little box or loop. Is that a big rounding number or small rounding number? Big. That's from my 5 to 9 hand. So is it going to be 90 or 91? So it's going to be 9.1. And here it is right here. So that number 20 is going to get the letter E. And if you want to put a little 20 there, like if you want to go back, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So 20 is the E. Where's 20? And please, where is 20 people? Oh, right here. And please don't, when I come around and I see that you're not crossing them out, please don't ever tell me, oh, I'm waiting until the very end and then I'll find them. No. Because what if you're doing all wrong the whole page? Then you've got to go back and erase. You've got to go back and redo everything. So you find, if you don't get the right answer, or you find two of the same answer, you can say, Miss S, I'm not getting the answer. Let's fix it up before you walk out the door. So this one is 9.1, and that gets the letter E. Then this one is 90, and that rounding number is a 3. Is it going to stay 90 or go to 91? It's going to stay 90, so 9.0. And by the way, this is a good question. People, I need you to listen. Can I just put 9?
No.
Who knows why not? Yes, sir.
Because if you did have to round it up to like 91, you have to put that. You did wrong.
Well, what do you think?
You have to show that like you're actually rounding and not just like a whole number by itself.
I haven't heard the answer. The answer is it's telling you to round to the 10th. If you just put 9, have you rounded it to the 10th?
No.
You rounded it to the whole number. So that is not correct. So make sure that your answers look exactly like the answers here. So that is the H for 21. So 21 is right here. Does that make sense, people?
Yes.
Okay, so all of these should just have one digit to the right. Again, let me be mindful of the time. We get out here at 15. Okay. I think, okay. So this is to the nearest whole number. We know how to do whole number, correct?
Yes.
And the nice thing about this page is the top part are your questions. The bottom are all your answers. So I should see that you're actually crossing them off. This also is the 10th. So 10th should be easy. Okay, now 100th we have not done. 100th, when I say 100th or nearest cent, let's look at, these are kind of hard to write. Let's look at the 18, 19, 20. So on the number 18, which digit is the 100th? Christian, what do you think? The 4, because 100th has 2 zeros, 2 places. So here's my 100th, 2 places. Here's my 100th, 2 places. Here's my 100th. It takes a second for you to mark those all the way down. I have a little itty bitty room, but I'm going to try to get it in there. And you have to put the answer. I want you to get used to doing it and not just putting the letter. The letter doesn't tell me the answer. So this one, is it 94 cents or is it closer to 95?
95.
Because of that 9. It is closer to, and you don't need to put the 0 in the beginning. It is closer to 95. And let me find it. And it is right here. So that number 18, because how many problems? Oh, I have to figure out what that is. There's 30 problems and there's up to 30 here. So that number 18 gets a shade. Is it 18? Yeah, 18 gets a shaded. Okay. 19. Is it closer to 48 or 49? You look at, yeah, because you look at the first one outside your loop. So we'll squeeze it in the best we can. 26, 48. And to tell you the truth, this is the only exception I'd make, because with my pen, I can make it really fine. With my pencil, it might be a great big blob. So If you could not make mistakes and use a pen, that's fine. So that 2648, let's make sure, oh, we have it right here. It's the letter N. So the 19 gets the letter N. And you might want to put it here too, just so you remember. 19 gets the letter N right here. And we'll do this one. Okay. So is this one going to be 659? I'm sorry, 759 or 760?
760.
Because of the what?
5.
Because of the 5. So it's going to be 7.60. Can I make it 7.6? Because we're rounding to the hundredths, and if I take off that 0, it's only to the tenths. You have to leave that 0. So make sure it matches here, and also dollars, you have to have that extra. So that one, that 20 gets the letter B. That 20 gets the letter B. Okay. And we'll do, okay, we're going to do one more, because we've done the 10th. The 10th is easy. Your GT, so you have a little bit more homework. We will we will not do this today. Do not cross it off, but you can put a skip on the seatbelt side. Put skip. We'll do this tomorrow. Don't touch it. You're going to do the top. This is to the nearest hundredth. How many places for the nearest hundredth? Oh, we just did hundredth.
Yeah.
So hundredth is 2 places over. Then go to thousandth. How many places is thousandth over?
4.
Think of thousand.
3.
3 zeros, 3 places. Oh, here's a good one. 1,000. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 2 of these. And 1, 2, 3. So this one, is it going to be closer to 634 or 635?
6.
Very good, because of that 5. So 816.635. And find your answer. It is the letter H. So the 17 gets the H. We'll do one more and then I'm done. Okay. So who thinks they know what this number is going to be? It's a big macho number, so it is going to be rounded. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. There you go. It's either 299 or one more than 299 is 300. So it's going to be 4.300. Should I take off those 2 zeros?
No.
No, because we want it rounded to the thousandth. If I take them off, you're only rounding it to the 10th. So make sure that answer is there. Your answer should be exact, and it gets the letter L. So the 6 gets the letter L. Okay, people, can you handle that?
Yeah, we're only rounding to 1,000.
You're rounding to the 1,000.
But the actual number would have been 4 and 3.
Okay. If I'm rounding to the 1,000, it stays. Tens, hundred, it stays like that. Okay, that's it. On rounding only. You may begin. You can work with somebody. And I'm so happy that you're visiting this recording again. And goodbye.